download this shit.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Stand on Blood podcast. It's our boy Haitian. He's up here. Your boy Dex. We out here. This is post Anime Awards 2026. We see our winners, and some of them are a shock. Anime of the year threw me through a loop. I did not think they were going to win. And our boy Haitian has not seen it, so this is a perfect. This is a live reaction. Like, like when I say it, you're gonna be like, "What? They won Anime of the Year? Like, how? They ain't won nothing for a minute."
So did you write them down? Did you write down all the awards? Or you gonna look them up?
No, I already got pulled up.
Okay,
I
okay.
already got.
I
Come on
already
now.
know it's gonna be some bullshit. I already know.
Why you
I
say it's gonna
already
be
know it
BS?
is
Why you assume it's gonna be BS?
because I just know. I I ain't finna say nothing right now, not until I hear the results. That way, I don't end up shooting myself in the foot. But anyway, yeah.
I'm just saying. Are you ready? Cause I know you. Uh-oh.
Am I
See,
ready?
and also our boy Haitian sent me a list that's probably about to get y'all mad, if not get me mad.
I
I
don't.
already
I think it's pretty solid.
see
I
you would
think that there
say
is
that.
one character. There is one character on there that I put way too low for a bunch of. Well, I'll just go ahead and
Best
say it. One
written.
Piece lovers. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and put that. I'll go ahead and put that there.
Hold on, cause see, no, hold on, I'm gonna save this. Nah, we gonna do this. That way we
And I
got.
still have a specific, and I think I mentioned this before. I have a specific reason as to why I did not rank this person from One Piece higher. And you don't know what the ranking is yet. The viewers don't anyway. You do, but the viewers don't. And so you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll be able to
Yo,
explain myself.
I'm about to do you one solid this time. I'm gonna make sure you can see it. See what bad takes Haitian gonna have today. I know, chill already. Don't worry. I'm about to put the list up. Marinate on the list while we go over the award winners. But I
Man,
already
so he
know
he already think I got a bad list.
he
He ain't even seen it.
already. We just started. We just started, and I'm like, see, I'm with you. I know he about to do something he about to make a list. He's about to make me mad. So let's see what he put. Let me just pray for myself right now because I already know. Where is it? There it is. Up. All right. This is his list of best written. Let me see if I can shrink it up a little bit. Don't want to make it too small. Best written main characters. We go get to that in a minute because you already know me. I already see somebody who's not on this list right now that we about to
Okay,
fight
but
about.
hold
We
on.
gonna
No,
get there. We
I
gonna
I
get there.
couldn't think of everybody.
We gonna get there. But the winners of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards this year, we're gonna come in spicy. Anime of the Year winner, My Hero Academia final season.
You see, I can't even say nothing about that because I haven't watched My Hero Academia in so damn long. I haven't. I fell off.
Chill,
And
chill.
I think I mentioned this in another podcast episode, but it feels childish to me. That the show feels childish. It does. And so I fell off in like season 2, maybe season 3, maybe season 3. But it was really early on. It just felt, and I'll tell you where I fell off at. They were fighting in like a tournament in a factory. I don't know if that rings any bells, but it was the high school students or whatever you call them. They were fighting in a factory to see who's the strongest, something like that. I don't know exactly what was I don't know if it was like the Chunin exams or whatever. I guess it was something like that. But that's where I fell off at, and I think that was somewhere in season 2. But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
I can see it.
no.
Chill says he could see my hero did deserve it, but it should have been Hero X. I agree. Hero X. I think I voted for Hero X. I think they should have took it.
I don't
Um,
know if they should have taken Anime of the Year, but I would be appalled if they did not win anything in
Now
this.
everyone knows. Everyone knew as soon as they saw him on the list who was gonna win Anime Film of the Year. Take a guess.
Anime film?
Yes.
Oh, it got to be Demon Slayer.
Yep. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Although I heard that Chainsaw Man also got a lot of praise.
It did. It did. It's on the list, but it came in number 3. All right.
Behind what?
You had 100 meters. I haven't heard of that one. I gotta check it out.
Oh, I have heard of that
I
one.
heard it was really good. I like. I don't think. No, I
Yeah,
have heard of it. I heard it was really, really good though. Demon Slayer did
yeah,
deserve it. It was pretty good. We
it
all know
was.
who won Best Continuing Series. They win
The
every
One
year.
Piece,
Every year.
trash piece.
Winner of Best New Series. Gotcha Gouda. I can see it. I
I
can.
didn't watch that one.
I can appreciate that.
I've been meaning to watch it though.
Best Original Anime went to Lazarus. I can see that. Interesting take. Interesting take,
It's
but I can
called
see
who?
it. Lazarus.
Never heard of it.
It was pretty good. I watched like 1 or 2 episodes. It's pretty good. Best animation. Come on now, you know who won that?
It's got to be Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling took the #1 spot.
They got to have the best action too.
Best character design. Gotcha Gouda.
Okay, I can
Best
see that. I've
action.
seen some of the characters.
Yeah, best action was I think it was Solo Leveling when I get down there.
Of
Best
course, of course.
director went to Akinori Fudisaka. I think that's how you say his name. And Norihiro Naganuma for Apothecary Diaries. No, I don't. Let's see. What do you say? And get you off my list. Demon Slayer deserved it. One Piece needs to be Hall of Famed. I agree. At this point, Hall of Fame it and get it off the list because you can't just keep giving it awards, especially for continuing series. It can't win every year just because of length. Gotcha. Let's see. I'm trying to go through all the chill. Character design did. Gachikuta did deserve it. Best action. He wanted to go to Kaiju. I cannot give it to Kaiju #8. Solo Leveling
What
is way better on
what
that.
did they win?
They won it. Chill saying Kaiju should have won Best Action. Nope. Solo Leveling
Best
had top
action.
period. I
That
cannot,
yeah.
even me who was an underdog guy, Solo Leveling has the best action, and I love Kaiju
They
#8,
do.
especially since
They
they
do.
have great opening, great ending, and great ending song, interesting story, great character design, almost good animation. It's like good overall, but action, it's not enough action in it. That's
Exactly what I was about to
hardcore
say. Yeah.
to put it on the best action list.
hmm Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It doesn't have enough high octane fights.
Right, like you get like 1 or 2 episodes like high octane, and then 3 or 4 episodes of story.
Yeah, yeah.
Apothecary Diaries director won best director. Best background art went to Gachikuta. Best romance, I don't really watch the romance one. Flagrant Flower, I think I've heard of this one. Flagrant Flower blooms with dignity. Best comedy anime, Don Don. Yeah, yeah, Don Don. Best action, Solo Leveling.
Of course.
Best Isekai went to ReZero.
Okay, I mean, I guess so. I don't think I watched a whole bunch of isekais last year.
2 of them on my list. I like 2 of them on this list. I did like a little bit better. Campfire in Another World Within My Absurd Skill. I did like that one because I've rewatched that one at least twice. And for Bureaucrat to Villainous Dad's Been Reincarnated, I watched that one. I think ReZero. I'm not gonna say it's overhyped, but it's so many lows to it that I couldn't stick with it. I tried multiple times. Season 3 is sweeps not even close. Man, no. Chill, you want something with that one. Best drama. Give it up. I need my boy from what's his name? God, what's the name of that podcast? Otaku. I think it's not Otaku's Anonymous. I think it is Otaku's Anonymous. My boy Dan. Yeah. No, not Dan. Nick Connor. We out there. I rep you. Apothecary Diaries took best drama anime. Yes.
Okay.
For those haters out there. Best slice of life went to Spy Family, which
Spy Family is not a slice of life.
what would it be?
Uh,
It's not action. It's not.
it kind of
isekai.
is action.
It's not adventure.
You can
No,
put
it
you
is
can
not
you can
action.
put
That
you
is
can
not
put it in.
action.
Okay, it's basically Mr. and Mrs. Smith in an anime. That's action.
No. it's
That's not a slice of life.
Have you seen it recently?
What, the second season?
Uh-huh.
No.
Then how are you talking?
I'm speaking off the first season.
Chill. You see what he did? You see what he did there? Chill.
I
My
was
dude
speaking off
here
the
talking
first
about.
season.
You only seen the first season. The first season had a lot of action, but the primary motive to it is slice of life that incorporates the spy stuff. But it's mostly slice of life. Going to school?
Yeah,
Hey, how can we impress the school? No. Best
yeah.
main character went to Mao Mao of Apothecary Diaries.
Best main character.
Best main character. With some stiff competition. Sunjin wasn't winning that. Love him to death. Not winning that. Had a Rudo for Gachakudo. Kuda, said that. Okaroon from Dandadan. Momo from Dandadan. And then Midoriya, Deku from MHA. I was shocked. I thought MHA was going to sweep that one, but they didn't. Best supporting character. There's where My Hero took place. Bakugo took it. He earned it. He earned it.
Oh,
He earned it. Final season, he earned it. If you
that
ain't, you
is
can't
the
talk.
most
You ain't
BS
seen it.
friendship. That is the most
You
BS
no.
friendship
If
in
you
anime.
watch
It is.
that final season and you see what Bakugo does, if you read the manga to it, he earned it. Chill. Tell this man he earned it. Bakugo sweeps. Not even thank you. What he did as a supporting character at the end is what he accomplished what Sasuke couldn't as a supporting main character. He accomplished it. He was important enough to the story to where you need to see him, but not so important to where his story it tried to eclipse the main character. If anyone wants to know what Killua should have been written like, Bakugo is that guy. That's how his formula should have been. It should have been he's there, you see him, he's connected to the main character, but not so much to the point to where what's the name? Not to the point to where it's overpowering. I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say that. Why am I echoing? That's probably why. No, that was me. Because I had two mics on. Let's see who else is out there. Bakugo won that. Must Protect at All Costs went to Anya Forger from Spy Family. Okay. I see it. Best anime song went to Chainsaw Man, Iris Out. I can see that too. Who's on this list? Yeah. Best anime score went to Infinity Castle.
The best who?
Best anime score.
Oh, okay.
Best anime opening went to Dandadan On the Way. Who was he up against?
I can see that. I can also see Kaiju number 8 winning that one.
Yeah, I thought Kaiju wasn't even nominated. That's the funny thing.
Well, some people didn't even like Kaiju for real.
They had the one from Gachakuda, Call of the Night season 2. Two of Dandadans. How you gonna be on there twice? Never mind. Solo Leveling with Felix of Stray Kids. Okay. My Hero Final Season and Witch Watch. Best ending sequence goes to My Hero. I can see that. Again, Kaiju number 8. I thought One Republic would take that. Didn't take it for Kaiju number 8. Best anime voice artist goes to for Japanese goes to Ayo Yuki from Mao Mao. For best anime voice artist goes in Arabic goes to Tariq Abdo. That was for Sakamoto Days. All right, we're not gonna go through every single language. That'd be crazy. We go to English. Best English was Lucian Dodge for Akaza and Infinity Castle. Okay. And then who else was another one that threw me off? German voice. I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Those are our winners this year.
I think Solo Leveling should have won more. I'm sorry. I gotta say that they should have won Anime of the Year. Season 2 was leagues above leagues. Wait, that would have been last year, right?
Yeah, but no.
Solo Leveling
No.
Season 2 was leagues better
No.
season one. And season one won anime. The only
But
reason they
season
tried to do
no.
solo leveling is just because they didn't want the same anime to win it twice in a year. They didn't
No,
want that
it's
to happen
not. No,
twice.
that's because no. I can tell you why. Solo leveling compared to the final season of My Hero, the reason why they didn't win it is solo leveling, while great, while a good anime, the you had more emotional stakes with My Hero than you did with solo leveling. Great fights, great animation, decent, but this year, even I said we need more. It can't just be all about action, all about, I need some story driven. It's the emotional, as Bruce Lee said, it's the emotional content that won him this year. Um, so that's my take on that one. But it was I just like that it wasn't one anime that swept almost every category like it has been in the past few years. Like Normally, anime of the year
It
wins
was a
every
very
category.
heavy and good anime year. It was.
Mm-hmm. I'm shocked the Podcarry Diaries did as good as it did. Not gonna lie.
Whoa, wait, hold on. So, To Be Hero X didn't win nothing.
To Be Hero? No.
They should have had the best animation. Not the best anime, but wasn't animation a category?
Yep.
They should have had the best animation. Their
Over
animation
Solo?
style. I thought they had the best fight.
No, they had the best animation.
I will say that To Be Hero X had the best animation, whereas Solo Leveling had the best animated fights. If that makes sense. Like standalone animation. Like, man, I wish if I would have prepared, I would have. I don't know exactly who it was fighting against, but there is a specific character that what's the main dude's name? Well, either way, he's fighting some guy, and then the style like completely changed to like a Chinese like handwritten style to where they were like fighting in the sky and shit. And just off of that alone, that I feel like that should have won the best animation, not necessarily animated fights, but just animation. Their styling was just unique and just really really cool. But that's just me. I mean, I don't hate that Solo Leveling won that because they are well deserving of that one and also mostly all the other categories. If I'm being real, um, but who am I? Just a guy with good opinions and facts and facts. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
I get what you're saying, but still, I'll give it. It's a new series. It's Solo's great. Solo is really good, but still, I gotta give it to what's the name? I still gotta give it to Solo. Solo won it. To Be Hero, while innovative, while great, I still gotta give it to what's. I still gotta give it to the other one. Now for your best written main characters. And
Talk to me.
Apothecary Diaries, One Love. Thank you. Now your best written. Now we gonna put you. We gonna put this in the middle so everyone can see this.
Good, good,
I want
good.
this in the middle. I want in the middle.
And I'm not gonna give a full detailed on every single person in this. I'm gonna give kind of just like a quick little whatever 1-2 punch. I'll be a little bit more detailed on my first five, and I'll give the reason why.
Somehow Edward Elric isn't on this list, but okay.
You talking about from Full Metal?
Yeah. How he's
Never
not.
seen it. Never seen it. So I wouldn't be able to judge. I wouldn't be able to judge. Listen, that's me being honest. Because if I put him on, I understand that he's one of the more popular, or that's one of the more popular animes. But
Not
with
popular.
me
One
not,
of the greatest.
but
Greatest.
listen, with me
Perfection.
with me not seeing it, I would put him behind Sung Jin Woo just because I've never seen it. I would have put him behind that.
I need to put.
I
We need to
mean,
put. You need to put the bottom of this in Haitian's opinion, because
no, this is everybody's opinion for real. If they just think about it, it's everybody's opinion.
Naruto is at number 6. No.
Listen, bro. Listen. Yes. I think that's
Sung
fair.
Jin Woo, I love him, but he's not the best written.
I mean, out of these 13, he's
Out of
the
these
worst,
13.
best written.
Out of these 13. Okay. Let me go ahead and start explaining so I can preview this list to see who I need to move.
Okay, so let me go ahead and go through the list of who everybody is. So you have Violet Evergarden, who is from the show Violet Evergarden. You have Thorfinn, which is from Vinland Saga. You have Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins. You have Subaru from ReZero. You have Eren Yeager from, of course, Attack on Titan. You have Naruto from, of course, Naruto. You have Deku from, and this is just from what I have seen of Deku, just from the scenes I've seen of him in the newer seasons, and then also other seasons. So that is, I'll explain it later. You have Light from Death Note. You have Gon from Hunter x Hunter, my favorite anime. That's how you know I'm not being biased, because Naruto and Hunter x Hunter are my favorite animes, and they are not in the top 5. Okay, let me go ahead and put that out there. You have Luffy from Trash Piece. You have Goku from Dragon Ball. You have Frieren from Frieren. You have Sung Jin Woo from Soul Living. Okay, let me go to my notes here to kind of give a valid breakdown of why I picked at least the top 5. Um,
Oh, don't worry.
so
Don't
you
worry.
said what?
I'll make sure you get flamed in the chat for this. Hold on.
Okay, so and like I said, I'm not gonna take too long with these. So with first of all, I already know that Ty finna get on my ass because Subaru is not number 1. I know he's gonna get on my ass about that shit. And also Freerun. He's probably gonna have Subaru and Freerun as the top 2, but whatever. He's wrong. Anyway, so you have Violet Evergarden from the anime Violet Evergarden, which is also, I would have to say, is a very underrated anime. It is slower paced, but it's one of those animes to where the highs are really, really fucking high. And then the lows are actually, I wouldn't even say that low, but I can see why people would not like that anime, just because it does have more slower parts, slower scenes, slower episodes than it does faster, high octane, action packed episodes. But Violet Evergarden's character, she basically begins by being basically being treated as a weapon during a war, and she's only a kid. So you know, obviously she doesn't understand what affection is, what grief is, guilt, love, blah blah blah. That's also what makes her character so powerful. Her biggest question throughout the series is, what does I love you mean? Because of, I think, and it's been a while since I've seen it. I think it was her captain. Would you call them captain? I'm not a military guy. What would we call them?
Yeah, Captain.
Okay, so
Or
it was
Commander.
basically her. Yeah, it was basically her commander, the person that was in charge of her and their little battalion or whatever. I think he's the one that maybe expressed that he loved her or something like that, and she didn't fully knew what that meant. But whenever, and this is spoiler alert for people that haven't seen it, but it's been out for years, so it's kind of your fault. But whenever bro dies, and I don't know, have you ever seen this?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
Okay, so whenever he dies during the war, this is the first time that you really see any full full out emotion come out of Evergarden or Violet. Is her last name Evergarden? Whatever, Violet. And the scene is so heavy with the music, with the atmosphere, and everything like that. He ends up getting shot, and like I said, it was during a war. And this is the first time that she kind of gets a inkling on what I love you feels like, because she feels like she basically lost a part of herself, and she was even willing to sacrifice her body and basically just herself in a whole. What they saying?
Chill says, saying this for Violet Evergarden when it's literally very similar to Frieren. Wow, just wow.
Oh no, it's not.
But it's
No,
just
it
dumb
is
as
not.
fuck.
No, it is not. No, it. And even if it was, one was portrayed perfectly, one was portrayed very, very poorly, and that was Freerun. Freerun
Hey,
was portrayed
hey,
very
shit, I don't
poorly.
know why I said Ty was wanting to argue with you earlier. Yeah, Ty's gonna argue with him. He's going to.
I already know.
Don't
I
worry.
already know. But either way, I'm not gonna spend too much more time on
All right, let's see Thorfinn.
Violet.
He's you need no explanation. And number two, he's solid. We understand him. Why in the Earth, the universe, do you have that demon at number 3? Please explain.
Meliodas?
Yes, why is Meliodas at number 3?
Meliodas is number three. Hold on, let me go to my notes here. Hold on, hold on.
Thorfinn, I give you. I'll give you him at number two. That's a decent. That's a solid number two. Meliodas at number three.
Okay, so with Meliodas, I think it can be a little bit tricky just because on the surface he seems like the regular shonen goofy lead character, right? Like Naruto, like Gon, like all these type of other characters, like Goku, whatever. But what makes him different than all the other people on this list, maybe not everybody, but mostly everybody else on this list, is even with all of his joking and stuff like that, like his jokes. I'm trying. Hold on. I'm trying to see exactly how to explain this. So the moral of his character is he is cursed to keep losing the woman that he loves. Me
Mm-hmm.
and you, me and you being married, Dex, right? It would be heartbreaking to live the life of Meliodas. Have you seen the entire series? Have you read the
Yes, I
manga,
have.
anything like that? Okay, so you know his story. How it's like it's like with Elizabeth. Every single time she dies, she forgets who he is, but he is forced to run into her no matter what. He is going to run into her for the rest of his life, and he's going to remember every single time he loses her.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she does not remember him, at some point she does end up remembering him, and then he knows he's going to lose her every single time.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, that's gonna take a toll on a person, whether they're tough, whether they're whatever. That's gonna take a toll on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And considering that's your lover, that's your wife, that's the one that you were able to go against your own demon realm against, because you got to realize they were on total opposites. He was a demon king, and then she was an angel. They weren't supposed to mesh together, but they fell in love anyway. And so obviously that was against the laws of both sides. But I would say that the best writing comes from the contrast between who he appears to be and what he has endured. Because I don't think that most regular shonen main characters have endured as much as he has for as long as he has. I understand that most shonen characters do still endure stuff, right? Naruto, Gon, um, Deku, all this type of other characters, they do endure stuff, but he has been going on for what, over 3,000 years through the exact same thing. Rinse and repeat. Falling in love, or yeah, falling in love, losing his wife, and then traveling and then meeting her again and again and again. It's the exact same shit over and over again. Most people would break down and
That
probably
makes
try to
him.
find ways to
That
off
makes.
themselves.
That makes him personable, but that doesn't automatically mean he's well written. Great
Well, I
situations.
mean, it depends on what your definition of well written is, right?
My definition of well written when it comes to a character, in my opinion, is one, no plot holes to the backstory. I hate black story with a lot of plot holes. Number two, the story, the character itself is well rounded. Yes, I see the tragedy. Yes, I see what motivates him, but also I see what makes him happy, what makes him sad, what his how his interactions with his team happens, how it differs, how his worldview happens, how it doesn't shift drastically in every season. Now, with Meliodas, as well written of a character as he is, a lot of his moments that I've seen, he's very like one minute it's almost like he's schizophrenic sometimes. It's like one minute he's this hard, and I understand it's him fighting his demon side, but it's like if you're gonna make that character the goofy, jovial, you know, understandable, I get that, but you also when you shift to that dark side like they do, you have to resolve that dark side. Like you have to completely like okay, he's full demon, he understands this. He has to watch Elizabeth die over and over again because of his curse. But watching how it happens and how he does it, Meliodas is a character I've seen to where I would expect him to do more to stop that curse instead of just letting it
But what
happen.
can he do? What can he do? What wasn't that what he was trying to do for 3,000 years? Trying to find a way to stop the curse so he didn't keep losing Elizabeth? Was that not his ultimate goal? Well, I mean,
That was
that's what
his
he was trying to do.
that was his ultimate goal. But as the series progressed, you saw him kind of like really like, oh, okay, well, I can't do anything. Elizabeth's gonna keep coming back to life. It's it
That's not true.
it. I know how this is gonna sound, but it sounded. He started to become a little bit more selfish. Like,
What?
okay, I can deal. Like, I don't want her to die as much, but we'll deal with it.
Bro.
Most shonen, I'll say shonen, and most anime characters in general, it's like you don't stop till you figure it out. It's kind of like he gets like I found Elizabeth. Okay, well, I got her. We just gonna figure it out. I'm just enjoy my time I have with her. She's gonna come back anyway. You're right. The seven dances were created to fight the Ten Commandments, but at the same time, it's he is a well written character. Not saying he's not.
Should
Would
he
I
have
give
done
him
different?
would I give him number three? No, I wouldn't give it.
But let me
Maybe
ask you,
four or
what should
five.
he have done different?
For him, for a guy who's been cursed like this, but also you have fought your dad, the devil himself, and damn near God, and you have all of these allies, and you gave up in 3,000 years is a drop in the bucket for a demon. Let's be honest. 3,000 years is a drop in the bucket. They're immortal unless they're killed. It's a drop in the
Okay.
bucket. So
Okay.
after 3,000 years, we'll say that's 30 years of demon time. After a certain point, after all the stuff that you've been through and that you get and that you've overcome, trying to find a way to stop not stop the curse, but to stop her continuous dying. Everyone sees the curse as them seeing him having to live through it. My view of the curse is you're seeing your loved one die. Like, you want to stop that death
Over and over again, yeah.
when they were an angel and they shouldn't be dying like they died. That's the part of the curse he could have fought more. He didn't even say, okay, I may not beat the curse. What if I reverse it? What if if Bond found a way to stop his curse, Meliodas could have figured out something.
Hold on, bro. What are you talking about? The
Bond
whole
figured out a way around
series,
his.
whole series is revolved around him. You got to realize, bro, this was a curse made by the heaven and the demon realm. You think that that's gonna be that easy of a curse to try to reverse or break? Honestly, do you think it's gonna be that easy of a curse? He tried for 3,000. You think he enjoyed watching his wife die for 3,000 years over and over again? I don't think he never got used to. That's why in one of the later seasons when he's actually explaining why he's doing what he's doing and his journey. That was the first time you saw him truly break down and start crying because he was heartbroken. He was exhausted. He's exhausted from having to go through this over and over and over again. And I think that's what makes him such a strong character because even though he plays off to be this nonchalant, carefree and character, deep down, you know he's going through this thing
Yeah.
of
And
having
I'm
to
not
break
saying
this
I'm not
curse.
saying he doesn't deserve to be top five. He deserves to be top five, not top three, but top five. I'll give him. He's
Okay,
still a
now hold
well-written character.
now hold on. Before you go on, I wanted to say that anybody in the top five are completely interchangeable. I
Yeah,
could see an argument on anybody in the top five that I have here to be in the number one, two, three, four, five
I
spot.
digress.
Anybody.
Okay, even though top five, I need Edward Elric in that top five too. But we gonna let you go now. Continue on. All right, on to what's the name?
Who?
Um,
Subaru?
yeah, Subaru.
I think Subaru is a pretty obvious pick. And like I said, I honestly, out of all the five people, I could see him and maybe Aaron Yeager being the top one. Even
No,
though even though I'm a little conflicted on Aaron just because
Aaron should be
mostly
there,
his
but
it was
he's
mostly
one.
his fault for all of his grief in a way. It was mostly all self-inflicted.
Accident
And
or not,
so,
chill. Accident or not, he still found a way around his curse. Accident or not. But continue on. Even though Aaron should not be top, I don't think Aaron should be in the top 13.
wait. So what is Chill saying? Does he agree with Melio's being in the top five?
Yeah, he agrees. We both agree he should be top five. I'm not saying he shouldn't be top five. I'm saying he shouldn't be top three.
Okay.
There are other characters who beat him out. Aaron should not
Okay.
be, damn shouldn't be on this damn list.
Okay.
And you know why.
Okay.
And you know why.
I do, and I just said that all of his grief is mostly self-inflicted, and so that's why I'm at a little bit of a conflict with Aaron Yeager, because what he had to go through to try to achieve his goal, even though it was all self-inflicted, all the pain and stuff like that, I do imagine that having to go through the grief and having to bear all of that hatred from everybody and all of the pain and suffering and stuff like that from everybody, it does take a toll on a person. I mean, I'm somebody that believes in, if you believe in something, then you should try to fight for it. Whether everybody else believes in it or not, if you truly believe it, then fight for it. Don't commit genocide, please. If you believe that, please don't do that because it won't go off well for you.
All right.
But anyway,
why is Naruto on this list? Why is he on this list?
I think that Naruto and Deku are interchangeable just because they're basically the exact same character.
No,
Um,
not
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They both start off being somewhat crybabies in a way. Um, Naruto had more so of a reason to be a crybaby just because he was shunned by basically every single adult in the village.
And
Um,
Deku
he,
wasn't?
not really. Deku just cried just because he didn't have any quirks. That was it.
They
Not
got on
because
him for not having quirks. He was
who
bullied
got on
for
who?
not having quirks. What are you talking about?
Who bullied him?
Bakugo and the rest of the crew bullied this man for not. He saved
So
Bakugo with no powers, and they reprimanded him for saving someone else with powers.
so
Think about
a
that. Let's put this. Let's dream universe. Imagine you Haitian as a black
okay.
man. Go out.
Okay.
You are for the your classmates are already getting on you because you are black. We'll say that.
Okay.
Now imagine
Okay.
you go out and you see this upstanding so-called this troubled teen white kid. I'll say it like that. About to get murked by a murderer. You with no special skills, no weapons, no. You run in. You take the murderer down. You hold him, and then the cops come in. They arrest him and they get him. And while they are giving him praise for being captured, they are reprimanding you for saving him and putting yourself in danger. How would that make you feel?
Listen, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a
That's
fuck
my
how it make
thought.
me feel.
That's
I
my
don't care
thought.
nothing. Listen,
That's
I
my
think
thought.
it.
That's
You
there's,
gotta.
there's levels. Naruto, he had a rough life. I'll give him that. Now was Deku's as rough? Not really, no. But at
No,
the same
he
time,
wasn't at all.
the discrimination was up there.
Not like Naruto's. Not like Naruto's. It was not. Naruto was discriminated against an entire village. Not just his village, but other villages.
When
Other villages were afraid of him.
saved people, he changed their minds. Deku couldn't save people and change their minds. Think about that. Naruto saved people and changed their minds. Deku saved people and people still didn't give him.
No, that was for a few episodes. That wasn't
People
for.
was willing. People fought to keep Naruto safe and keep the Akatsuki from getting the Nine Tails. People
That was to
willing
save their ass. That was to save their ass, not to
people
not to
was
help
willing
Naruto.
to give up Deku to all for one and the villains to save their ass. One group would keep Naruto, would keep the main character safe. The other group said, "Hey, come turn yourself in so we can give you up, dog. You gotta."
It's because Deku was not a weapon. Naruto was.
Deku was
not,
Deku.
not to the grade to Naruto was. Naruto had a beast in him that was, whether you want to say that it was or not, he is planetary. It is stated in the show. It is stated in the series that that the Nine Tails, he can destroy a planet. Okay, it is stated whether you want to believe it or not. It is stated. Whereas Deku didn't have nothing in him to where the other people could not easily stop him. A lot of the higher grade heroes could have easily stopped him. A lot of the higher grade ninjas could not have stopped Naruto if the entire Nine Tails came out. They couldn't have.
Thank you, Chill. I wasn't even gonna go there, but you know, you're gonna let him believe what he want to believe. He ain't
Okay, bro.
military, but you know, go ahead, believe that.
Okay, like I said, whether you want to believe it or not, it's still stated. You can't erase that. You can't erase it. You can't erase it.
Okay, and if put like this, I would. This is my argument, and I'll leave it at that, and we can move on to number 8. Here's my reasoning for that whole planetary statement. When people say, "Well, he can destroy a planet," if the Nine Tails and these people were and these uh, beasts were so strong they could destroy planets, there would be no reason to create a cannon to destroy planets.
What are you talking about?
The movie.
Okay.
You do. What village was it? No, not Hidden in the Rain. Hidden in the Clouds. I think it was Hidden in the Clouds. They created a cannon able to destroy a planet, able to destroy the moon. Remember when the meteor was coming down and they were gonna shoot? Remember the cannon? And Kakashi, as the Hokage, had to tell him, "No, you're not using that dumb cannon." That's planetary. But even Naruto.
Is it? Is it planetary?
Thank you. The 10-tail bomb barely destroyed a freaking city. A city.
Bro, don't do that shit.
But
don't
like
do that shit.
They created a planetary cannon, but they had Naruto in the background who could destroy the planet, right? Okay, cool. Number 8. Continue on and leave Deku alone.
Okay, well, this is gonna. The rest of them outside of 5 is kind of just short and sweet, quick little reasons. Light. I think he has one of the best corruption arcs. Just because he's a human that sees himself as a god and a god complex. His morality. I mean, he's somebody that was a grade A student, something I have no knowledge of. I was definitely not a grade A student in any type of way. Well, but either way, his morality, basically erodes throughout the entire series, and then by the end, he's basically going crazy, and he's even willing to even at the beginning of the series, you could make an argument that he would not be willing to put any innocent person in danger for him to achieve his goal. But as he gradually starts getting more and more evil, he's willing to put innocent lives at risk only to achieve his goal. That's why when that one lady, that cop's wife, got too close to his secret, he got her to, you know what I'm saying, off herself. But anyway,
Chill says 9 should be higher.
I could see it, honestly.
I could see it. He's
I mean,
one to where I want to put him higher, but also he's one I want to put higher, but he's another one to where I haven't seen his completion.
The one thing I like about Gon is that he has no moral balance, right? And so he doesn't necessarily even really believe in right and wrong. He just believes in his friends, and that's basically it. Whereas that's what makes him different from the other shonen main characters. All these other shonen main characters, I think, do have a moral balance on what right and wrong is. Whereas Gon kind of
he has a code. He has a code.
Does he?
Yeah.
He has a code to protect his friends, but that's about it. Look at when Killua ripped out bro's heart. He had no type of emotion at all, whereas everybody else was shocked about it. All he really feels is happiness and anger. No, in fact, I want to say.
So in that moment, you have to realize he does have a moral code, but unlike a realize no one. This is my little. You can take my little hot take on this one, but the reason why Gon and Killua understand each other so much is because whether people want to admit it to themselves or not, Gon was raised in a survivalist mindset. He was raised on an island to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
So when he sees death, he doesn't see, oh my God, he doesn't see, oh my God, this guy is dying. He sees, hey, he's doing what he's got to do to survive.
Yeah.
So I understand it. I do understand it. So I say he has a moral compass, but he knows at the same time morality can't be so heartfelt that it overrides your survival.
But you low key just explained him almost like he's an animal in a way. And animals don't really have a moral compass,
Some,
right?
but he
Animals
has
animals
one.
don't really, not unless you train them to know what's right and wrong. They don't really know what right and wrong is. They're just off of instinct,
He
which is what
knows.
Gon kind of
No,
is.
he knows. He knows stealing is bad. He knows, lying is bad. He knows things are bad, but he understands the consequence of letting your personal values overtake your survival. So, like,
Mm.
well, everyone's up in arms, but I can't believe he just killed that guy. Gon is like, I can understand it. Like,
Mhm.
him or me. What am I supposed? Hey, don't kill him, even though he's one willing to kill you, and two, I mean, think about the game that was being played. It's either we win this game with the candles and all of this, or we die.
Mhm.
He has what I like to call, he has what both lawyers and military members are trained. He has what's called a moral vacuum. That's what he has. He knows when it's time to suspend that morality to do what needs to be done. He doesn't actively know that's what it is, but that's what it is. It's, I have my morals and I know what's wrong. But it's either I suspend my morals for these few seconds to keep everyone around me alive and well, or I hold on to it and take the chance that we all die.
Yeah.
But again, that's what makes him a well-written character for that conversation. Like, dude, you didn't react. That's tough. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you're like, but I get why you did what you did.
Yeah.
Can we all do this for him? Can we all, everyone together? I want you to stand up, and I want you to applaud Haitian. He actually
Why?
put a One Piece character in something that is top 10. Give him an applause.
Don't get used to it. Don't get
Give him
used
an
to
applause.
it.
Never, never happens. Ever. He would, I'm sure he will, on his gravestone, I'll pay for it myself. I will put on his gravestone, loving husband, possibly, maybe we get there, loving father, thinks One Piece is still trash.
Oh yeah, always. I
Put
stand on it. You know what? Actually, what I'm gonna do is one of these days I'm gonna write down whenever I get more caught up. It's hard, but whenever I get more caught up, I'm gonna come up with however many episodes that there are, that many reasons as to why I hate One Piece. I'm gonna put it in a PDF file. I'm gonna put it on a QR code on my tombstone so everybody can read that shit. I want everybody to read it. That's the reason why I hate One Piece. I promise you, bro. I ain't never gonna like that shit. I ain't never gonna like it. I'm 300 something episodes in now, and it's still trash. Every episode is a chore. Every single one.
Schedule an episode specifically called "Why Haitian Hates One Piece." That's what we're gonna do.
And I'm gonna have a PDF file for everybody to download. I want you to keep it. All right, and I'm sorry. I got. Well, anyway, let's move on. Okay, so let me jump forward a little bit. I I'm not even gonna speak on damn Luffy, bro. I ain't gonna speak on Goku because that's a pretty obvious of why he's so high up there. And let me explain. Let me explain why Freerin. And I understand that this is probably my hottest one on here. A lot of people
Why?
probably think that Freerin needs to be the way that people explain Freerin as being a great main character irks me. And I can't believe I just said that shit. I've probably never said irk a day in my life, but I do not like Freerin as a main character. She is trash. I understand that people think that she has depth with trying to uh, find out the meaning of friendship and realizing love after loss and all this type of other bullshit. She's boring. She is one of the main characters on this list to where I would not feel a single thing if she died. Not a single thing. In fact, I'd probably be happy, to be completely honest. I'd be the opposite. I would be thrilled. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'll be thrilled, but I would not care if she died. That's how little and how weak of a main character I believe she is.
Let me explain it. She is the inverse of your number 3. Here's how. While she's trying to experience these, because you got to think, as an elf, she's expected to live a long time. So just like in God, Lord of the Rings, certain elves they're not emotional. They're built not to be emotional.
Like Legolas.
Like what the hell is his name? Elrond. Like they're not built to be emotional. She is that type of character. She's to the character to where she's not built to be emotional. The point of her story is to show her getting that emotion and actually dealing with the loss, not just going, okay, they died, move on. Now, if you flip that, thank you. Chill said, and I quote, notice he said the same thing word for word, ending about trying to understand the relationship after loss with Violet, but hates it with Frieren. Feels like blind hate.
No. That's not true. You got to realize that with Frieren, even though she does show some of the same like storyline traits as some of these other people on this list, it is portrayed so poorly. She does not show any emotion throughout the entire series. She doesn't. I'm just saying that as a main character, you got to have specific qualities about you to bring any type of interest, at least for me. And she does not. She doesn't show any emotion. She doesn't show any anger. She doesn't show any sorrow. She doesn't show any grief. She doesn't show any
it's recorded.
sadness.
Chill, don't worry. I'm gonna make him watch it back on YouTube because it's pre-recorded. It's automatic recorded on YouTube. He gonna watch it.
She is just. Like I said, she's the only main characters on this list to where I would not care if she died.
She does.
She's not an interesting main character at all. And I feel like you have to provoke interest to be a good main character.
She provoked the way for you not to see the subtle emotion in her when what was that?
It's not subtle. It don't exist.
No, it does. Chill, help me out. The name of her, the name of the person that died in the first episode, in the second episode. Dude with the glasses. Her, what is his name? I've been spacing on so much crap today. One of her old traveling partners. He wears glasses. Can't remember his name. When he died, she came in and she did have emotion. She just
Not
wasn't.
really.
She just. There was emotion. She just isn't overly emotional like most main characters.
That's what makes her a bad main character.
No, listen to what I'm saying. We are so spoiled by having these overly emotional moments from characters that when we see someone, thank you, Chill, when we see someone stoic, it feels like they're unfeeling. They should have more emotion. You as a normal person would. It's like, okay, let me give you a prime example. If you and me were at war together and we were downrange and we're side by side and you didn't train with the same group of people for the past 2 years, but you didn't go through military training. I've been trained for 10 years to deal with it. You've only been training for maybe a year or two. When you watch someone die, it may hit you and it may halt you like, oh my God, he died. Bro, that's hard. What we gonna do? Like, we gotta tell his family. Meanwhile, me on the other side, I'll go, hey, he died, but we got a mission to do. We got to keep going. We'll worry about that later, and you won't see the emotion on my face. You'll see the motivation to get the thing done. You have to be able to, and I have to be stoic. She, on the other hand, she's always been raised to be stoic. She was raised, you're not human. You're an elf. You're going to live forever. If you give into these emotions, it's going to make your immortality 50 times harder. It's going to make everything amplify. Your grief doesn't only last a couple weeks. Yours could last years because you also realize at the same time, you're just not gonna die. Now you have to worry about the rest of your life not living with that person. So that's why we got spoiled with the Dekus, with the Narutos, with the Meliodases, with the Thorfinns.
Not
with
spoiled.
The
That's just how it's supposed to be. I mean,
for
you gotta
humans.
even go.
For humans.
Huh?
For humans.
What was animes also? Wait, okay, you talking about humans in animes? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Humans in. I mean, think about it. I'll put it like this. Even it's the way we all are. When me and you were raised, we were spoiled by the motivation to want to fight to be stronger because of Dragon Ball Z. That's how we were motivated to train hard. You don't really have that in the anime these days. It's trained to be stronger, but figure out the little intricacies. No, we picked the hard path on purpose because that's the way we knew to get stronger. Because of Goku, Vegeta, Yusuke. We had but we also got those. But that's why we have the motivating montages from the monologues. Like, I think I sent it to you. The one from Gekkai and Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, hey, if you're doing everything like you normally do, half-ass. You need to bite the bullet and care about something more than yourself. Same thing with dealing with loss through Yu-Gi-Oh and things like that. We're used to that. They're also now they're trying to show in Frieren, in my mind, they're trying to show yes, not everyone's gonna be as emotional as you. Some people are just stoic, nonchalant. You as a person need to learn the way to show that emotion, but not let it overtake you. You have to get that balance.
I understand that.
Now Sunjin. Now explain why he's on this list.
Just hold on, bro. Let me go ahead and
finish
say that.
And then,
let me go ahead and explain that I could not add everybody on this list. The page is only so long. Okay, so I can do another list with other main characters, but there's a lot of good main characters to talk about in anime.
10. You could have stopped at that top 10 and made him an honorable mention. Why in the hell is he even an honorable mention as best written main characters?
Just because it's Aura, bro. I don't think it is another main character.
Chill, he just said because of Aura.
Then also listen, bro. He's kind of like a Naruto in a way, as far as being seen as the weakest and people making fun of him and him being just the bottom of the barrel, and then him sacrificing himself for the greater good to make sure that everybody else got out alive. He was willing to put his body through hell, and he did not think that he was going to come back alive, and then he just happened to come back alive, and then he just spends his time playing this game, whatever. But I mean, he does have some depth about him, but eventually that does end up stopping whenever he gets to the point of like fighting Biru, and then past that, because everybody past that is, it's.
I mean,
all kind of just
I appreciate your list, especially since you're not as well versed in anime as me. Well, we working on it sooner or later. Maybe I'm gonna have to sit you down, just lock you in a room with a bunch of anime. Looking at your list, number one, honestly, I would put Edward Elric. That is the best. That is one of the most well-written characters in anime, because we see, and it's hard. And the reason why I say it is because he has the one thing going for him that a lot of characters don't have. He has the complete story that filled its plot holes, but you understood the motivations. You had kid him, and then you had adult him, and you saw the strife, the happiness, the sadness, the moral high ground, the moral low ground. You saw all of it. Thorfinn, number 2, solid. I would honestly put number 3. Number 3, out of all the main characters that I know in anime,
Naruto.
Naruto damn sure don't crack my top 10. He does not crack my top
Damn,
10.
not top 10.
Not even top 10.
Damn.
No, never, ever. He would never crack my top 10. It's just send a shiver through my spine. No. Honestly, I would put Light up there.
Okay.
I'd move him from 8 to 3.
Light at number 3?
I'd put him at 3.
Even in front of Subaru.
Subaru and Meliodas can swap between 4 and 5. Here's why.
Ooh.
Here's why.
That's a hot take.
It is a hot. Here's why, and the reason why I tend to put him up there is because he is a main character that was so well written. Unlike the others in the top 10, he didn't need action to make you want to know more about his story. Most of the others in the top 5, you needed action to stick with that story. Even Edward, you still needed some action. As well written as he is, as complete as his story is, you needed some action in there to understand him. Like, you didn't need it. You just needed what has motivated him to find out what's going on. And you were interested to find out how is he going to do it. That, to me, that is a well-written character. To where you could take either the pizzazz of something out of everything else within a genre, and that person still lock you in. That, to me, is well written.
That's fair.
Number 6. Deku. I love Deku. He wouldn't be in my top 10 either.
I can understand that.
He would not be in my top 10.
Just from what I've seen, I can understand that.
And the only reason why I can't put him in my top 10, honestly, is because just like Naruto, they left so many openings to make him an interesting character, so many plot holes, that you got to pull him out. Like Naruto, his big 2 things were, number 1, I get it, he was a kid, and even as an adult, but he never went to search out the Uzumaki clan. That never made you mean to tell me you have one of the most well-known clans in the world who got killed in the most almost rivaling the Uchiha massacre type of murder. And you mean to tell me you didn't think... Matter of fact, one of your cousins, one of your family members came to destroy the village, and you didn't go to figure out if there could be more of you? 2 of your family members came to the village to destroy, and you didn't figure... I digress. And also, his major plot hole is, you mean to tell me, out of everyone in that village, even you, no one figured out you were the 4th son until way, way late? Yeah, no. Plot hole, no. Takes you out of main character, written running, no. Takes you out. Deku, similar. As great as the vigilante part of him was, it was piece de resistance. I love that. It was beautiful, beautiful. We didn't get enough of a real plot twist for him. He didn't he grew in inches and not in miles. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He grew, but he didn't he grew in skill, but he didn't grow in maturity.
Yeah.
In another day, in another world, him and Gon would be like this. Best friends.
That's true. They would.
Best friends. They are. If you compare him to any main character, you compare him to Gon. That's what you do. That's my comparison.
Even with hair.
Both got green hair. It's
right.
It's like they mixed Gon and Naruto and made Deku.
Yeah.
Okay, that was, let's see, who, that number, what was that, number 6? I need number 7. Number 7, you may not like it, but I would put, contrary to popular belief, because they're actually filling his story out, no, I put him lower. As much as I want to put Luffy higher, I can't.
He's not that good of a main character.
It's not even that. No, it's not. He's a decent main character.
He's very one-dimensional.
I won't even. No, he's not one-dimensional. The ace, his lows made you feel those lows. That, just like Light, that gives you that's written. When Ace dies and you see him break down, you understand it. You
Let's say that
understand the
about
close.
anybody on this list though, except
No.
for Freeran.
No, no,
Yeah, you could.
no,
Yeah, you
no.
could.
You
Well, I
couldn't.
mean, maybe not Light because he doesn't really have any of those low moments. But
No.
anybody that has lost anybody that's really close to them, they had about the exact same type of response that Luffy did when Ace died.
Right, but listen, what I'm saying. But when it comes to Luffy, compared to the others at the top of this list, Luffy is the happy-go-lucky character. Just like with Gon, to see him react the way he reacted when he lost somebody, and you feel it. It doesn't seem like it's just like, oh, okay, he lost somebody. He didn't get over it. He never got over it. And you can see how it affected him. That puts him in a well-written, like I said, I wouldn't put him in the top, probably, I wouldn't put him at 7. I'd probably put him at, I leave him like you have, probably leave him at 10, because there's so many other plot holes to him. But he's learning about it. He's not just leaving it off. Like, he found out his dad was Dragon. But he's trying to learn. Naruto just became one-dimensional. Like, okay, I'm going to be Hokage. And you know your dad was the 4th. Didn't figure that
Not
out.
one-dimensional. What you talking about?
Hmm?
What you talking about? He was one-dimensional.
He started to become one-dimensional. He didn't stay there, but he started to do a lot of one-dimensional. When it came to Sasuke and fighting, he became very one-dimensional. Come on.
I mean, what else was there to worry about though? That's just the world that was brought to him.
He
right?
didn't
Like,
listen what I'm saying. He became so one-dimensional on Sasuke. Let's be honest. He didn't figure out about any of his family. Let's be honest. He didn't even go after Danzo as much as he should have. He didn't find out why he was himself as an adult didn't figure. I mean, as a growing teen, after he came back to the village, he didn't figure out why the village ostracized him because okay, the Nine-Tailed Fox. Okay, how'd you guys know it was the Nine-Tailed Fox? Who guys told you this? You mean to tell me you ostracized me for the Nine-Tailed Fox, but Sasuke was cool after his brother murked an entire clan? What?
okay, I mean, I understand your reasoning.
Get what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna argue with your point there. I can see why he would not be in your top 10.
Number 7, I got my number 7. You've never seen it, but give me Yusuke Urameshi. That is one of the most well-written main characters in the history of anime. I don't care what anyone says.
At number 7, he's one of the best.
At number 7, if you could go through the emotional stakes that he went through and the growth from being a knucklehead, like being Naruto, and then turning into like this mature, like what you wanted to see from Naruto, a mature hero who understands that I don't have to be a knucklehead all the time. Yes, it helps save the world and it keeps people safe, but it doesn't run my life. Him at number 7. Leave Luffy at number 10. Number 8, you could put Gon at number 8. 9. I would not put Goku at. He'd be an honorable mention. Frieren would be an honorable mention.
I can see it.
Can't put him there. As much as I want to make him put him in there, technically, even though technically he's an anime, his story took too damn long. I was gonna put Ash Ketchum there, but his story took too long.
Would you put Jit from Kaiju number 8 on this list?
No.
No, okay.
No, let me.
I didn't think so. What about dude from Bleach? Ichigo.
No.
No.
Main reason, a lot of his story you can tell was shots thrown at a wall to make him more interesting. The first season, understood. The holification, understood. Once full bringing, understood. Once we got into 1,000-Year Blood War, for those who haven't seen it, somewhat spoilers, and you find out, oh well, his mom was a Quincy and she got infected by a Hollow, and I was like, okay, You mean to tell me he went this whole story and first of all, Uryu didn't know about this great thing. His dad didn't tell anybody. Ichigo's dad didn't think to tell him this after him meeting a Quincy and nearly dying to protect the Soul Society. And it's like you're throwing things to the wall to make him everything, to make him the god among the entire show. You're overpowering your main character, so he can't be top 10. I had somebody in mind. I gotta think. No.
Like I said, there's a lot of people I didn't add.
Because there's certain people I want to put in that list, but I can't. Like God, Naofumi from Shield Hero. I want to put him there so bad. I really, really do, but I can't. Because his opening arc was so... That first season was so great on how to create a main character with adverse reactions to him, and it just...
What about Baki?
That's what I wanted to put there. Oh, but... you haven't gotten that far. When you get there, when you read the manga... Have you read the Hayu no Ippo manga?
The who?
Hayu no Ippo. Boxing.
No.
There he is. That's my number 9. When you read what he really goes
I can see it.
Oh, there's such spoilers there. When you get to how bad it gets for him, and his lows are gonna get low. Mm-hmm. For those who read the manga, you'll understand what I'm saying. Honorable mention. I'll put Goku there. For my second honorable mention.
What about dude from Blue Lock?
I could give him an honorable mention. I wouldn't put him up there though.
Okay.
Nope. You know who my biggest honorable mention of all time? Kuroku Sensei. From that is a well-written character.
Yeah, he is.
I want to put him up top 10.
That was a little hard though.
I want to put him top 10, but I can't.
That was a little hard though, because I feel like it's not necessarily his character that is. I don't feel like it's necessarily anything that he does that brings you closer to him. It's more so his students that bring you closer to him. If that makes sense. Like it was their reaction at the end that made you truly feel for Koro Sensei. It wasn't necessarily Koro Sensei that made you feel for Koro Sensei.
No, and that's why I count him as well written, is because he's one of the very few main characters to where you see his interaction, and just like, so what I say is if you flip it, he's that main character to where you don't realize how much you really learned and cherished him as a character until you see his death.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
That's what makes him well written. Like, you see, like, he's a main character, but you would rather him be a side character because all the other stuff's happening. And then at the end, you realize everything that he planned out and that he did made him the main character. And now that he's gone, you feel that hole of him not being there as the main focal point.
Yeah. Yeah, that was also one of the saddest deaths in anime. I gotta go. That shit was so fucking sad, bro.
Bro,
they played that off perfectly.
That was perfect. I'm like, everybody like, oh, Jiraiya. Oh, I'm like, dude, Kuroku was that top notch. That was.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It was good.
I think what made his more emotional was the fact that he's making the students do it.
Yeah.
It's the fact they're like, no. He's like, sorry, bro. You knew this day was coming. You got to do it. You got to. And it's like, but, and me as a watcher, me as a reader and a watcher, I'm seeing like, come on, there's gonna be some like backwater way they're gonna cure him and he's gonna be human again and or he's gonna stay alive. He's gonna pull something out of his butt, and they're like, nah, he gotta go. I'm like, but.
Also, I want to give that show praise just because of all the creative ways that they came up with to try to kill Koro Sensei. They came up with some creative ideas on how to kill him.
I not only want to give him props for that, I want to give him props for creating a killable main character with a nuclear option, but creating rules that hindered both sides, but didn't, how can I say it? But didn't seem over the top.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he could blow up the world, but I'm not going to, and I'll give you a chance to kill me. But only these people can do it, and I promise you, I won't hurt any of these kids, and I won't blow up the rest of the world. Now, and even in that moment, I think it was episode 2 or 3, where the dude was gonna blow up his fellow student. He said, "All right, I made a promise to your government. I wouldn't hurt you. Now the rest of your family, I can do something to them. Don't make me act up." I'm like, that. It's a mutual destruction. It made sense. Like it's out of the kindness of his heart that he's not going after them. But the limitations, but it's that limitation to where if he hurts anyone on the outside, the government's going in. But if they go in, he's gonna blow everybody up. He's trying. It's like it's a good balance. I may have to do a list that may annoy some of you. Actually, I know what list I need to do. Since you did best written main character, I'll do it myself, and I'll have one come up for the next one. In my opinion, the best written side characters.
Okay, well, I'll let you have that one, and I'll judge it.
Yeah, I gotta do something on that one. That one, this one was a.
You didn't disagree with a lot of these except for Violet Evergarden, which is crazy because that's my number one. But that's really the only one that you fully and also Naruto. Those two are the main ones.
Naruto, and I'll put I didn't disagree with the list as much as I disagreed with and Jinru. Jinru should not have been on this fucking list. Jinru shouldn't have been on this list at all. Period. Point blank. I can leave Aaron.
But you agree with Frieren?
Frieren should have been higher
for the most part.
Frieren should have been.
Should have been higher, really?
I would have put her at 11 at least. It's going off the people I'm saying going off the people on your list. If I'm limited to that one, she should have been higher. Way high. If you're going off that one, she should have been way higher. Now, if you go on my list, she'd be top 15. She just wouldn't be up there. That's because, but I have such a plethora of people from. Dude, I've seen so much.
Yeah, there's a ton of people a lot better than Frieren because Frieren's trash. Frieren is ass.
But I'll take your opinion with a grain of salt only because you got Sunjin at 13. I'll take that with a grain of salt. Oh,
okay. This is just the 13 that I thought about, bro. I understand. Listen, him being at 13 means that I do not think that he's that great of a written character at all. But at the same time, this is just everybody that I thought of in the moment. I understand that there are so many other main characters that are better than anybody that is probably 10 through, I would say 8 through 13, maybe 7 through 13. I think my top 5 is solid. I'll die on that hill. I'll stand on blood on that one. I think my top 5, I can give an argument for each one of them as to why I think that either one of them could be anywhere in the top 5.
For your list, yeah. I mean, but again, the reason why I'm not going to get on you for your list is because you haven't seen as much, so I can't really fault you on not seeing, being a devout anime fan from the age of like 8, like me. Like I've been watching anime all those years and still to this day. Now, what I will say is something I've been meaning to bring up to you, because if you bring it up one more time in my live, I'm going to choke you out. If you talking about you need me as a partner on Battlefield 6 one more time, and you don't send me a message talking about I'm hopping on you, I need a squad, I'm going to come slap you. Because as many times I've hopped on these sticks, and I ain't heard nothing from you. Or during the week, nothing from you.
What game will you play? You play Conquest?
I play whatever pops. I play Conquest, Conquest.
Okay.
Rush, and God, what is the other one? Breakthrough. I play all three of those. I love
Breakthrough. Okay.
I play all three of those. Okay. I tried to play Domination, but try hards. It's a bunch of my I tried to play, and I do Red Sec every now and again, but again, them try hards be. I just really.
I'm not a huge fan of the battle royales anymore.
No.
I had a phase to where I love playing them, but
here's what happened, and I put it on my TikTok. You can watch it later. I think COD and metas ruined FPSs. It ruined a lot of gaming.
It did.
It ruined it from the standpoint of you picked up the sticks and you just got good with your control. You just got good with the character you had, and you found there was no innate way to win. If you picked the right build and you had the right person, no, it was you made your build work. Like I remember back in the day, you could whether you had a if you had a SMG, you were a mid range fighter. That's it. You did not go past that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You were mid range. Period. Now you could have an SMG and you could be halfway across the map, take you out.
I say the same thing all the time. They had it perfectly in 2019 Modern Warfare, and then after that, they just ruined it. They just ruined it.
That and this, it got crazy. And then, with the rate of fire, I don't give a shit how fast you shoot. If my bullet's bigger, I'm gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in the day, I was an assault rifle guy because it worked close, mid, and somewhat far. Now your assault rifle don't mean nothing because the rate of fire is better on the SMG. What? Even Battlefield's getting bad with that, and I'm like, but
yeah, that's something that I've also talked with one of my friends I used to play Call of Duty with, is that they overbalanced everything to where, with the SMGs, like you said, it was all close and mid range. You couldn't shoot people from across the map. But also that sacrificed that version of it. You couldn't shoot people from far away. And then with the LMGs, you couldn't really shoot anybody up close because the ADS was a lot slower. So if you were going against somebody with the SMG, you were most likely going to lose that fight if they got the shot off first.
I think what happened with, like you said, with ADS, I think what happened is they got everyone drifted from realism. Like I can tell you now, I'm a quick draw. I'm a quick draw. Even with a rifle, I'm a quick draw. I'm telling you now, even with a rifle, I can't pick it up, get here in half a second, plant 2 shots, kill you in 3 shots, and get it back there. No, it's not possible. And we do that. That's military training. It's called quick reaction training. You get 5 seconds. Within 3 of the seconds, you finally planted your shot, and you only get 2 shots. It's not empty a clip, because most people, let's be honest, as you're pulling it up, if you're pulling that trigger, you're unloading the whole clip and creating a war crime. I just made I can't but the funny thing is, it's not even just FPSs anymore. I can't even play Marvel Rivals anymore.
Oh, really?
Bro, the meta on that is so ridiculous.
That's what it is. That's another thing. It's streaming culture that also kind of ruins some games because they create these metas for all these streamers to start using, and then if you don't get good with the meta, then you're just gonna get destroyed.
That and y'all noobs at BF6. Let me 1v2 y'all real quick. Whatever, dude. Go ahead, Chill. Have that.
He said what?
He said, y'all noobs at BF6, let me 1v2 you. Hey, what's your KD? We'll talk about you later. What's your KD, and we'll see what you're talking. But I think I said that in the video too. I think streaming ruined it because the casual player, like me and you, we are used to picking up the sticks, playing, having fun, and putting it down. The streamers and the tryhards who've been playing this for hours upon hours, got 2,000-3,000 hours in the game in 2 months. They'll come in there and go, oh, well, I know I'm better than the casual gamer, but I'm not as good as these streaming and high-end players. I'm going to go to the casual lobbies, play those lobbies so I can get a highlight reel so I can post it on my thing so I can seem really, really good. Yep. It used to be, Modern Warfare started it, but they never really instituted it. The skill-based lobby. It's where you can pick, are you casual, are you competitive, but it lets you pick it. It doesn't say, dude, you got a 3.2 kill KDR. You need to be with the competitives.
Yeah.
No, go with the competitives. Be up there and keep you there. Not, if you drop below a certain amount within a certain amount of games, we got to drop. No, you have that skill. We know you playing the system. You staying up there.
Maybe that's something that AI can help us with. Maybe AI can make it more accurate to put yourself in a lobby full of people that are actually on your level. instead of just randomizing these freaking gods in a lobby with people like me that only play
Yep,
once every never,
got it.
and then just end up getting destroyed and it's not even fun at that point.
Yeah, I can't even with because I used to be a big DMZ fan. Oh, I can't play that
Mm-hmm.
anymore. I can't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Between the cheaters and then same thing. The big thing on DMZ is PvP, PvE. I used to go in and play, and like I'll do either or, but mostly I'll try and play PvE because you can only get certain skins and certain weapons in DMZ, and you got to get it out. People who play Warzone got sick of getting murked in Warzone, and then they'll come to DMZ and only hunt players. Only hunt players. Do not play objectives. Don't do anything. Only hunt players. And then go, I got 20 kills. But this isn't a 20 kill type thing. And then they'll.
That's another thing I can't stand. Play the objective. If you
Why
just
are
want to
you?
kill, play team deathmatch.
But you don't want to play team deathmatch. They want to play team deathmatch because they know they're not good enough. They know they're going to run into another person, run a man, and get worked. People like chill. Oh, let me 1v2 y'all really good. What does that have to do with? He said,
Does Chill play Battlefield?
I think he does. He said, I'm ass at fighting games. Y'all got me, but I'm a button masher. Oh yeah, I ain't played in a minute, but me and Mortal Kombat was that me and Mortal Kombat and Tekken. You give me Hurang and you give me my Liu Kang or my I used to run it. Now, the only game so far he said that's not running meta that still seems true to the game. Smash Bros. They have not lost their ways. I'll give them that. They have not lost their ways. Applause. Party game. But all right, we're sitting at about an hour and a half. So we've had some good discussions here. So, hit them up. Tell them, especially with your big event. What's with the big event? The big event coming up. The small businesses in Alabama.
I have a few coming up. So I have for anybody that doesn't know, that might be new here. I have a perfume bar to where I fill up alcohol dispensers with perfume notes, and you can mix and make your own fragrance on the fly. And so anyway, I get booked out for weddings and special events like that. But this coming up weekend, I have one beauty pageant I'm gonna be hosting it, and then I also have it's gonna be like a tea party, but it's gonna be like at a Aldridge Gardens type of thing, to where I'm supposed to be getting dressed up in like a tux and all this
Oh,
other stuff.
fancy.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna look I'm gonna look fancy, but it's supposed to be a tea party of like 75 people or something like that. So it should be pretty nice. And then I have even though it just passed, I have a after party for like a Kentucky Derby party that's supposed to be in like the next month or so. And so I have that, and then I also got hired out for a Father's Day event as well. But I got a few other things. But if you ever want to book me for anything special, any type of events, any type of office parties, birthday parties, whatever, maybe you're getting married, you can look me up at DesiIV.com, which is
Uh,
DeziAvi.com.
I'll post chill. If you hop on the Discord, I'll post it on there on the gaming side of Stand on Blood, along with my just for you two Haitian. I'll post my gamer tag and everything on there. Don't need trolls. People just trying to hunt me because people do stream snipe me. I already see it. We still have this. So me personally, still got my stuff. Still got the 3D print. Still got a bunch of things going on. Main thing is for those in the Fort Hood, Texas area. Next weekend, June 5th, we will be hosting another Combatives Invitational, a big fight night on Fort Hood. If you would like to attend, please come support. I'm one of the organizers. I'm the bracket guy. I'm setting up the bracket, so I won't be fighting this time. Even though I got permission from the wife to finally fight again. But please come.
You gotta have permission.
Yeah, she wouldn't let me fight early this year because I messed up my foot. But I got permission again, so I get to throw these again. So please come out. Again, BrokenLineage.com. We're season starting to pick up again. For prints, for commissions. As you see, I've been a little more regular in posting on Stand on Blood. I'm gonna start making some one-off videos this week. I'm gonna try and do clips once a week from the actual show on TikTok, so we can get the followers up on that. I know Haitian sometimes pops in there like, we posted a video. Yes, we did. We posted a video. I told you I'll get us up on there. I'm trying to keep.
Did
us...
you ever figure out what's going on with the sign-in stuff? And this might maybe be something discussed off air, but
yeah, we'll talk about it off air because I can switch from mine to go straight to it, but I don't know why. Yeah,
we ain't gotta discuss it right now.
Okay, we'll discuss it later. But other than that, we would like to thank everyone who joined in.
Wait. I'm sorry to cut you off. Don't forget that starting in about 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to start doing call-ins.
Yes.
Right? So we're going to start at, I think, we haven't discussed it in detail yet, but I think it's going to be the very first stream of every month. We're going to do follower call-ins. So call in, provide your hot takes. If we have a list like this going on and you want to discuss on air, your opinions, if you want to curse us out, if you want to make fun of us, whatever, we accept it all. But just know we going to stand on it. Okay, we going to stand on our opinions. If we make a list like this, we're going to stand on that. So come with the dukes up, all right? And so like I said, we're still going to discuss that and get more details for you. But that's one of the reasons why we're going to try to increase our followers on TikTok and other things like that. So please share our podcast and share our TikTok page and all the above.
All right, we'd like to thank everybody for joining, but peace out.
Peace.